had enough of you guys.
Oh.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Untangled. I'm Oishu.
I'm Una.
And as I say, we're going to talk about communication skills. Not that we are like the queen of communication. I think sometimes people don't know how to start the conversation, and that's where commenting on physical features, it doesn't come from a place of
Malays.
yeah, but so we thought we will just revisit and then talk about random conversation starters or alternate conversation starters. Let's get started. So do you know of anyone who is, it could be celebrity or it could be someone that you know, who has got the ultimate communication skills? I want to be like that.
Someone I know, she's really good at communicating with anybody. Very respectful, very down to earth. Always. She brings such a positive energy through her words.
Yeah. So if you break that down, what do you think are the skills that make her like such a great communicator?
I mean, she's just so clear. The greetings, birthday start on the communication, you know. Her greeting are on point. Ekdam nice eye contact garera. She talks really nicely. Yeah. I really aspire to be like her.
And there are some people like that. How are you relatable? Because like your jobs are not the same. It is quite easy to have conversation with someone who you have something in common. But there are some people who common job vibe doesn't match. Age pani same na and I think it's finding that relatability. Were you always confident with communication?
Not really. I think it gets better with age, the confidence, अनि मान्छेहरुसँग बोल्ने, अनि अब के बोल्दा के ठीक हुन्छ भनेर त्यो सबै कुराहरु चाहिँ you just learn as you go through हुन्छ नि. अनि त्यो living experience हो. 20s मा जस्तो communication I think अहिले छैन हुन्छ नि. 20s मा जस्तो oh my god try गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने त्यो अहिले छैन. I'm like
and I think the best thing to do is not try. And actually सामने मान्छेलाई थाहा हुन्छ कि she's either trying too hard किनभने कहिलेकाहीँ try गर्ने बेलामा when you're not confident all the bizarre things comes and you try to fill in the gaps and stuff. But sadly I think you have to go through all of that insecurity in order to get quite comfortable. I think I'm still an awkward unless I know someone very clearly, because I go from 0 to 100 pretty quickly, I think anyway. And people who are around me, they can sort of match the vibes. But initially, someone told me you need to like really take interest in their life and know all about them. And I tried it over a few months. There's a fine balance that you don't come across as interrogator. And then the conversation yo feri मैले like relationship ma मैले respect गर्नु पर्ने मान्छे हो. मैले सोधे गरेर अनि पछि they were like so interrogation गरे जस्तो लाग्यो भनेर के. And I was so scared. I was like oh my god that bloody book.
जे सामने वालाले जे बोलिरहेको छ त्यसमा इन्ट्रेस्ट दिनु is the biggest communication skills हैन. जब म बोलिरहेको बेलामा I feel like you're not interested in what I'm talking. मेरो communication पनि तिमीसँग त्यति effective हुँदैन नि त, because I get that vibe that you're not paying attention. I think मेरो लागि चाहिँ you have to be very like actively listen गर्ने चाहिँ हुनुपर्छ क्या. त्यही त.
And it's like as you age and stuff, you then sort of feel like oh am I giving that, was I ever that person who didn't give interest, because that's also it's easy. If कसैले आएर चाहिँ if they start talking about something that you're like really not interested in at all, A, B, C, D, that's an effort to make. I mean that's a skill. So जसले चाहिँ त्यो conversation like हुन्छ नि effective बनाउन सक्छ, they are the ultimate communication. Good communicator. And so when talking about communication starters, alternate communication starters, what other things do you think? We'll give some tips. What are the things that you would ask?
It depends. Like कोसँग बोल्दैछु त्यसमा भर पर्छ हुन्छ एकदमै क्लोज फ्रेन्ड छ भने अब हक गर्ने हुन्छ नि हेलो भनेर त्यो बडी ल्याङ्ग्वेज अर्कै हुन्छ होइन अब कसैसँग चाहिँ एकदमै वेल बिहेभ भएर बोल्नु पर्ने छ भने हुन्छ नि अब बडी ल्याङ्ग्वेज पनि एकदम काम हुन्छ नि एकदम भोइस भएर
What would you ask? What's the first thing would you ask? How would you start?
How have you been? हुन्छ नि त्यस्तो
What would you ask? Like if you think about like that, कसरी भन्ने अब that person who you respect as well, and you know that they respect you as well, and that's pressure, right? Like त्यति level को respect राखिराख्नु पर्यो भनेर
you will have some common ground नि त to talk about like हुन्छ नि अब respect त्यो हुन्छ नि त्यो त छँदैछ तर you will have something in common क्या either it will be work, either it will be family. You can never go wrong with asking about their weekends, about their family, about their plans हुन्छ नि हो त्यस्तो कुराहरू.
So if there is person like who you know but you don't really know that very clearly, you can start about journey kasto thiyo weekend. If it's a weekend you can ask about weekend, and if weekend ko you're right, you can't go anything wrong because weekend भन्दा पहिला भयो भने के प्लान छ weekend पछि भयो भने के प्लान छ भनेर. And when they talk like again really paying attention, you know conversation मा कसैले share कुनै news share गरेको थियो भने, and I'm sure I did it when I was young. कसैले for example कसैले के like oh I did this and I got this भनेर when they're like really excited about something, it's so important to go back and ask them questions about okay well tell me more, because many times if it is something that is not in your world, it's so easy to just brush it. Like, oh yeah, well done, and that's it. And this is what like one of my friend who Jaile Pani, he is not in my world. He's like so not in my world at all. But anytime I say, oh I got this, he rings me and says, oh yeah, that's amazing, tell me more, and this and that, and in that conversation he'll put in that, oh I don't really understand, how can you do something like this vanera joke garera, and then in other breath he'll be like, oh no, it's no such thing as love, you worked really hard, etc vanera. So and it's completely when someone celebrates with you, you know that actually I'm gonna be ringing that hyper person, which I think young I'm not sure. Maybe I was that friend who just brushed it under the carpet because I was like, oh yeah, okay, great, well done, good for you. So just celebrating things like that. मेरो चाहिँ कोही हलिडेबाट आयो भने I love talking about holidays and I want to know हुन्छ नि अनि के गर्यो because maybe I'm taking notes of next time म जाने बेला म त्यो गर्छु भनेर. But yeah, it's so important. So anytime like conversation मा if anyone says something, it's so important to like celebrate, go back, ask them questions rather than मेरो पनि यस्तो भयो. It's I'm sure हामीले पनि गरेको थियो पहिला हैन, but it's just so it makes it all about you then. के अनि त्यो excitement जसले भनेको हुन्छ त्यो पनि dampen हुन्छ. So really like trying to be like there. So one of the things that we do is mourn गर्ने बेला
we are so good at mourning to each other.
So no, and पछि listening के phone गरेर one of the things that we do is साथी मेरो पालो भनेर जान्छ. And on that day like I know कि okay this is not my time, this is her time, let her mourn भनेर अनि अब सकियो भनेर राख्ने.
I know.
Sometimes in a psychopath feel हुन्छ कि मलाई बिहान किनभने जहिले नि तिम्रो फोन आउँदाखेरि तिमीसँग मोर्न गर्ने होला त कति कुरा सल्भ भइसक्यो हुन्छ नि त. कहिले कहाँ त्यो फोन गरेर चाहिँ साथी मेरो पालो मोर्न गर्ने भन्दा ब्र बोल्यो अनि पछि काममा गयो अनि how are you भनेर not knowing that I've been slacking you. You need that person as well in your life I think. अनि त्यही भएर क्या कहिले काहीँ मान्छेले भन्छ नि कहिले काहीँ भेट्ने बेला के ओ हाई म यो अनि मैले यो गरेछु भनेर
त्यो त छि गड मलाई सबैभन्दा मन नपर्ने भनेको चाहिँ अब म कसैलाई गएर इन्ट्रोड्युस गर्नु पर्यो भने चाहिँ मेरो नाम मुना हो क्या हैन, द्याट्स इट हुन्छ नि. मलाई डिफाइन गर्ने अरू कति धेरै कुराहरू छ नि त. डोन्ट ब्रिङ योर वर्क ट्याग विथ यु क्या, लाइक ओ हेलो म मुना म चाहिँ फलानु हो भनेर हो त्यसरी इन्ट्रोड्युस गर्छ नि. आई रियली डोन्ट लाइक द्याट के.
बट just dig deeper in that now.
Okay, unless it's like a professional kind of conference ma gako cha bhane of course you will have to do it. तर मैले भनेको पर्सनली अब यतिकै नेपाली भेट भएको छ, कसैको बर्थडे कसैको केमा भेट भएको छ भने पनि you don't go around telling people, hi, I'm Ash, I'm a diabetes nurse. That's not the tag, हुन्छ नि. मलाई चाहिँ I really hate people क्या जसले चाहिँ आफ्नो कामलाई चाहिँ कतिपय मान्छेलाई they really don't need to know what we do हुन्छ नि, and we really don't need to know what they do because केही पनि significance छैन क्या हैन.
But if you dig deep into that, तिनीहरुको लाइफमा सायद यस्तो मान्छेहरु छन्, we are lucky साथी, because if I do something I've got people to hype me up, if you do something you've got people to hype you up. तिनीहरुको I often wonder it's because उनीहरुले जे गरेको छन् their family has no idea, and then they don't know, they don't pay attention, they haven't got the validation anywhere else. That's why they are gusoing in everything. And I met someone else who's like really achieved a lot. Nepali ne ho, achieved a lot. He said exactly the same thing. Nepal ma gayo, oh mo yesto ani mo yo bhanera I don't like it भन्दै थियो क्या, which I get it, but I also wonder कति उसमा चाहिँ validation खोजेको होला भनेर क्या. But yeah, it is annoying. And also when you're meeting someone, you kind of have to make it about them. No, तिम्रो घरमा कोही आएको छ भने you have to make it about them.
Exactly.
Be a good host. One of the rules of communication is if you want to be on the top, you ask questions. You don't give anything away. You ask about them. But as I said, it has to be a balance. No interrogation just the there is mirroring bhanera euta skill cha ke communication ma. I think that's what I was trying to do with this person. Je timro vibe ho, ma त्यही vibe us गर्ने क्या. So whatever you're saying, try and repeat it and then find relevance in your own life. Bhanera. If you are in a party, party could be anything. Again, close मान्छेको भए त पिर हुँदैन. Who's who मा बोलाउँछ नि.
It depends. For example, अब नेपाली पार्टी छ भने त always common ground हुन्छ. नेपाली गीत हुन्छ, नेपाली डान्स हुन्छ नि. एउटा जसरी भए पनि एकअर्कालाई चिनेको हुन्छ नि त हैन.
कामको पार्टीमा झन् अपोर्ड हुँदैन, सबै कामकै मान्छेहरु हुन्छ. But yeah, so नेपाली पार्टीमा पनि sometimes कस्तो हुन्छ नि, त्यो मलाई प्रेसर त हुन्छ लाइक को आउँदैछ, आफ्नो साथीहरु आउँदैछ कि छैन भनेर त्यस्तो हुन्छ. But again, I've learned that people love talking about themselves. Let me just go and ask them about themselves. अनि कति इन्ट्रेस्टिङ कुराहरु हुन्छ नि, लाइक जति बोले मैले अझ कति नेपालीहरुसँग जति कुरा गरे हैन, I find like हामी त कटन वुलमा र्याप्ड मान्छेहरुले कस्तो डिफिकल्ट उस गरेर हुन्छ नि. And I'm not saying the whole the asylum without just पढ्न आएको मान्छेहरु पनि, you listen to them, you listen to their stories, and I'm just like
they have achieved so much
क्या. अनि the whole thing कि आएर एक्लै हामी त एटलिस्ट बुढा थियो नि त, अनि पछि आएर एक्लै यो गर्ने त्यो गर्ने just like
you
bow down so well. Or the best thing is, how do you know the host? If you meet up, कहिले काय हुन्छ नि, आई कसरी चिन्छ भनेर, how do you know the host भनेर त्यसरी कुरा गरेको हुन्छ नि त. There's this book I read, How to Talk to Anybody. I don't know the author, by the way. उनले चाहिँ के भन्छ भने, if you look at anyone who's successful or like a business person, this a good communicator basically, before they go to a party, they'll find out, okay, who are the persons invited, अनि पछि who are coming, and को मान्छेसँग चाहिँ नि मैले के इन्टरेक्सन कोसँग गर्नुपर्छ भनेर लेख्छन् रे. And they walk in, so generally we would walk in saying, hi, I'm here, but these people, good communicators, successful people, walk in saying, oh, so you're here भनेर चाहिँ जाने रे. अनि पछि you talk to like so many people, 45 minutes, 1 hour, and you're out रे क्या.
That is a lot of homework. मेरो ब्रेनले दिन सक्दैन त्यो हुन्छ नि.
That sounded like a networking thing.
त्यही त that's almost like हुन्छ नि एकदमै driven people हरु जसलाई चाहिँ something चाहिएको हुन्छ. That's a lot of homework for me. म त I just rock up to a place हुन्छ नि. त्यही त
But I'm in awe of, like, you're right, it is a bit too much, but I'm always in awe. मैले त्यो के अरे कामको पार्टीहरू इभेन्ट्सहरू हुन्छ नि त्यहाँ देखेको छु क्या, लाइक पिपल हु आर लाइक राइट एट द टप अनि गुड कम्युनिकेसन स्किल त चाहिन्छ नि त उनीहरूले चाहिँ यु कम इन एन्ड युआर टकिङ टु देम एन्ड सडनली यु फिल लाइक ओ माई गड यु लाइक माई नेक्स्ट बेस्ट फ्रेन्ड भनेर अनि जति डिकोड गर्यो उति यो लाइक तैँले यस्तो यस्तो गरेको थिएस् बिकज यु डोन्ट रियली केयर अबाउट मी भनेर आई एम अलवेज इन अ अफ दोज सोर्ट अफ स्किल्स क्या
I think म चाहिँ I can't do that. That's too much for my small brain हुन्छ नि.
Or the other thing is sports. Whatever's going on. If football चलिरहेको छ भने, I know you're not interested in cricket. Cricket चलिरहेको छ भने, you can. Or
Eurovision, X Factor हुन्छ नि. There are quite a lot of
traitors.
Series, Netflix.
Yeah, what Netflix series you're watching. Holidays. Holiday-बाट आएपछि त झन्
quite a lot of things to talk about, you know?
Yeah. Starters त्यो भयो त्यसपछि चाहिँ you have to like show interest क्या you really have to, you can't go in the middle of the conversation phone तिमीले जसरी भन्यो नि you hate something मेरो त त्यस्तै हो मेरो त pet peeve is when I'm saying something and you're on the phone अनि भन्नुपर्छ ओ मेरो कुरा सुन न भनेर I just I don't like it.
I think that's what I'm saying. Like, I think sometimes अब आजकल सबैजनाको फोन एकदमै टु ह्यान्डी हुने भएको भएर नि समटाइम आई थिङ्क सबकन्सियसली पनि मान्छेहरूले त रुड नहुन्छु भन्दा भन्दै पनि इट्स जस्ट आउट अफ ह्याबिट एक्चुली फोन हेर्ने चाहिँ हुन्छ अब अनलेस मेसेजेस आयो भने त अफकोर्स यु हेभ टु चेक इट होइन तर वेन आई फिल लाइक सम वान इज नट पेइङ इनफ अटेन्सन टु वाट आइम सेइङ आई स्टप लाइक मैले के भन्नु
म यति बोरिङ तरिकाले भन्छु मेरो कहानी
तर मेरो चाहिँ यस्तो हुन्छ लाइक तिम्रो अघिको साथी भने जस्तै हुन्छ नि जे कुरा सेयर गर्ने पनि देयर इज डिफ्रेन्ट काइन्ड अफ सपोर्ट सिस्टम नि होइन अब एकदमै हाइप हुनु छ भने यु कल द्याट पर्सन क्या हु विल हाइप यु अप हुन्छ नि अब एकदमै स्याड हुनु छ भने यु कल यर स्याड फ्रेन्ड नट अ स्याड फ्रेन्ड बट समवन हु वुड गेट स्याड विथ यु होइन त्यही त अनि अब एकदमै एक्साइटेड हुनु छ भने यु कल समवन हु विल बी एक्साइटेड फर एभ्री लिटल थिङ्स होइन त्यस्तो के
You know this thing about like विदेशमा more than 50% of marriages end up in divorce, right? There is this thing that soulmate भन्छ नि oh he's my soulmate, he wasn't there for me, but like it's quite a lot of pressure for one person to be कामको नि हाइप अप मान्छे घरको कुरा के भएन भने रुने मान्छे अब त बुढा के अरे बाबामा नि बिरामी भएको छ ऊ पनि सेयर गर्नु पर्यो यताको पनि सेयर गर्नु पर्यो इट्स सो मच प्रेसर नो वन्डर इट एन्ड्स अप इन डिभोर्स क्या सो आई डोन्ट थिङ्क देयर इज वान सोलमेट फर उस गर्ने क्या योर सोलमेट फर वर्क कुड बी समवन एल्स for like general yeah that could be someone else ani the reality of विदेशमा बस्ने चाहिँ अब नेपालमा हुने बेलामा इन्डियामै हुने बेलामा नेपालमा हुने बेलामा पनि तिम्रो आन्टीहरू दे वर नेभर योर प्यारेन्ट रिमेम्बर लाइक आन्टीसँग गएर यु क्यान टक अबाउट एनिथिङ बेसिकली अनि आन्टीको त्यो कजिनहरू हुन्थ्यो अनि कजिन पनि कस्तो हुन्थ्यो नि आफूभन्दा 5 वर्ष ठुलोहरू त त्यो आन्टीको रेन्जमा हुने आफूभन्दा सानोहरू आफ्नो उमेरको सँगैको कति धेरै हुन्थ्यो कि सेयर गर्ने यु ह्याड लाइक फ्रेन्ड्स एभ्रिवेयर वेयरएज हियर आमा बाउलाई पनि प्रेसर छ कि साथी पनि हुनु पर्यो हाइपअप पनि हुनु पर्यो ए हो भन्ने पनि हुनु पर्यो इन्स्टाग्राम सुने हुनु पर्यो it's just too much. So if everyone can just ease everyone off, like they were I don't have those judgments anymore. कसले भन्दै थियो उसले त प्राइभेट यस्तो यस्तो काम गर्थ्यो कामकै टाइममा पनि उसले यति प्राइभेट काम गर्थ्यो almost to the borderline of कुरा काटे जस्तो अनि मैले सोचिरहेको थिएँ मैले भनेको actually kudos to her त्यति हिम्मत त भयो नि रेजिस्टर गरेर प्राइभेट एज अ नर्स प्राइभेट गर्नको लागि कति गर्नुपर्छ क्या प्राइभेट उस गरेर इन्स्योरेन्स सोर्ट आउट गरेर यो गरेर अनि पछि बिरामी खोजेर ल्याएर यु नो व्हाट हाइप अप टु हर शाउट आउट टु हर भन्दाखेरि अनि दङ्ग परेको थियो क्या मान्छेहरू हामी वर टकिङ सुहाना and I were talking about Love Island, you know? Do you watch Love Island?
No, I don't.
No? Love Island last year Nepali
I do remember.
त्यहाँबाट मैले हेर्न खोजेको and I'm just like त्यो Love Island मा जाने मान्छेहरू पनि they are in that space already, right? Like they want to do something in showbiz यताउता kudos to them, yeah. To bikini body बनाउन कति गाह्रो हुन्छ. So yeah, if I feel like if everyone just takes the judgment out of the conversation, it becomes a great conversation. So basically, to wrap it up, चाहिने के रहेछ? Interest, show interest, show relevance. सुन्दिने. And then follow-up questions.
Exactly.
Can you think of the best conversation that you've had where you've come out thinking, two conversations where you've come out thinking, do you know what, amazing, like that went really well, or when you've come out saying, oh my god, they're amazing, like they really got me, they're my next best friend.
त्यस्तो छैन, like मेरो चाहिँ I have different people get to go to हुन्छ नि. अब मलाई एकदमै like मलाई guardian kind of communicate गर्नु पर्यो नि, I go to my sister, soul sister I would say, हैन. अनि त्यसपछि त्यहाँबाट मेरो साथीहरुमा चाहिँ लाइक जोसँग म एकदमै क्लोज छु त्योसँग म अलमोस्ट एभ्री अदर डे बोलेको हुन्छ हैन. अनि इट रियली डिपेन्ड्स अन के भन्नु पर्ने छ अनि त्यसपछि मलाई कस्तो खालको सपोर्ट चाहिएको छ क्या. अनि त्यही हो. अनि उनीहरुसँग बोल्दाखेरि त यु जस्ट फिल सो ह्याप्पी हुन्छ नि. यु जस्ट फिल लाइक ओ माय गॉड हाफ अफ माई लाइफ प्रब्लम इज सल्भ बाइ देम भन्ने जस्तो हुन्छ नि त. अनि त्यही त इट्स अल अबाउट द सपोर्ट सिस्टम अराउन्ड यु. मेरो चाहिँ लाइक वेन आई टक टु माई फ्रेन्ड्स अनि त्यसपछि when I finish the conversation, they go, oh my god, I feel so relieved, I feel so happy, they got me भन्ने feeling आउँछ नि. For me त्यो चाहिँ
that's the best.
That's the best.
What about the worst?
The worst would be like कहिले काहीँ चाहिँ like even like साथीहरुलाई नै पनि कहिले काहीँ कल गर, not you have to call them but then you do call them नि त. अनि गरिसकेपछि चाहिँ उसले भनेको पनि मैले बुझिरहेको हुँदैन, मैले भनेको पनि उसले बुझिरहेको हुँदैन. अनि you almost feel like oh my god what a waste of time भन्ने जस्तो हुन्छ नि. अनि you don't hang up the phone feeling happy क्या.
Yeah.
त्यस्तो हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ I'm like oh my god I wish I never called you भन्ने जस्तो चाहिँ हुन्छ. त्यस्तो conversation sometime I think we all do क्या.
We all do and we could be the person that made other people, because I think आफ्नो लाइफमा के हुँदैछ त्यो पनि हुन्छ.
I'm sure like there are many times मेरै साथीहरुले मलाई फोन गरेर त्योसँग बोलेर मलाई कस्तो ब्याड फिल भयो भन्ने पनि हुन्छ होला, हुन्छ नि. तर मलाई पनि हुन्छ के
मैले लाइक आफू जस्तो छ जे मुडमा छ त्यही अनुसार फिल हुन्छ कि. अब जस्तो म बिहानैबाट ह्याप्पी नै छु भने कसैले आएर ए तेरो यस्तो भयो भने या सो भन्ने हुन्छ नि त. वेयरएज आइ एम अलरेडी फिलिङ भल्नरेबल, कसैले आएर ए तेरो यस्तो छ कहिले काहीँ त राम्रो भन्दै पनि के भन्न के खोजेको हो भन्ने हुन्छ नि त. सो आई थिङ्क इट्स भेरी मच विदिन आवरसेल्भ्स हाउ आई फिल. मेरो बेस्ट कन्भर्सेसन दिस इज माई वर्क कलिग जुन चाहिँ that's where I felt like Nepali, Gora, Indian, they're all the same. त्यहाँ गएर I think I may have said something and she literally के गर्न लागेको थियो साथी छोडेर she turned around and said yeah and भनेर. I had a work experience like कतै एक ठाउँमा काम गर्ने बेलामा it wasn't the best experience क्या. and you can't say it to like अब सन्जुलाई कति भन्नु because he won't get it and he's there. Like there are some people including your husband where all they want you to be is happy, right? Like and pay the bills. You know what I mean? Like main thing is happiness, right? अनि त्यसपछि त्यो default answer नै छोड्दियो नि त लाइक भइहाल्छ नि भन्ने हुन्छ. and you're like it doesn't, like I'm a big girl I can do it भनेर. and this person she turned around and she said okay which part of it you're struggling अनि मैले जे कुरा भने त्यसको चाहिँ oh yeah I know यस्तो हुँदाखेरि यस्तो फिल भएको थियो होला भनेर क्या. and I felt like oh my god you really get me, like कहाँको कल्चर कहाँको रेलिभेन्स कहाँको के you get me, like you are the best communicator भनेर त्यस्तो भएको थियो. अनि मैले मेरो बेस्ट कम्युनिकेसन चाहिँ sometimes some people ring and then they say कि ओ यस्तो भयो तर खासै ठुलो कुरा त होइन मैले यो गरेँ भनेर. and I'm like no ठुलो कुरा हो, like let me tell me more about this यताउता. and that's a learned skill from like people who have hyped me up before भनेर. that's a learned skill and I love it and I love म अहिले काममा I'm a pro in communicating. कुनै डिजास्टर भएको छ भने जस्तो डेथ क्या, you know death is quite a difficult conversation to talk about. कसैको फ्यामिली मेम्बर डाई भयो भने फ्यामिली मेम्बर मर्यो भने अनि आएर चाहिँ it's a thin ground where you want to talk about it, where you don't want to talk about it. But I think I've nailed that, where I'll not make them more upset, but they'll love talking about it.
That's a great skill.
Yeah, but Sathi, kamma ta I am so good. I am like so patient, so compassionate. Gharma aunu bittiki ta ghaita khali huncha. No one's paying me for being a good communicator.
No, I mean that's a skill to have. You can't always be paid for all kind of skills you have.
I know. Anyway, so tell us if,
when you felt like you had a really good communication with someone, or कसैसँग बोल्दाखेरि चाहिँ someone gave you full attention and you really enjoyed it.
Yeah. And also tell us when you didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Tell us what you enjoyed in our conversation, which part of it, which skill that you would like to see more of, and which skill you would like to see less of. On that note, have a lovely week.
Yeah.
Tune in next Monday.
So all your loves, कति धेरै support, 50 subscribers and +4,
and all the feedback, like we love feedback, and I know like usma comment section ma nabhaye pani hear all the feedback. I just up for any feedback, really good, bad, ugly, doesn't really matter, like we're all up for feedback.
Yeah.
And on that note, bye.
Thank you.